And welcome back to the Crypto Hawk program. Got a good one for you lined up. We got Ethereum. Look, part of what I've been talking about to the $500 people on the phone is we're sitting there and we're kind of looking at price. And I've been telling them price is the biggest distraction. I said, what we do on Crypto Hawk channel is we look at what is going on. I don't care who says what. I don't care what the news headlines show. I want to know what is happening. What are they doing? Now, a lot of it we cannot see. That's the problem right there. I knew after 3 months of getting into crypto back in 2020, March, April, May, by May, okay, June 1st. It took me like 3 months. And then I kind of knew just off the top. Well, okay, how about this? I didn't know. After 3 months, I couldn't understand what was the value of Bitcoin or Ethereum. Still can't really figure it out. What I believed and still do is that the government invented all this. I believe that the early people in all these cryptos, like these big whales and stuff, they all know what's going on. They're using not me, but people to buy this crypto so they could get rich and sell it off and dump it. That's because there's no, like, you can't, if I'm a financial advisor, okay, this is like one of the biggest scams. Number one, the IRS trying to tax you on crypto when it doesn't even exist in the law. That's violation of civil rights, number one. Scam number two is scam number two is how does the financial world, how does the CFTC and or SEC, how do they allow Bitcoin to be sold in any form or fashion? How do they allow it to be sold, packaged, allocated, whatever this fucking fancy word is you could think of? In the world of finances, and I'm not a financial advisor, in the world of finances, you have to know who the company is. You got to have a business address. You got to know the founder, stuff like that. There's got to be a 1-800 number. There's certain requirements in order for stocks to be sold, for Bitcoin to be packaged in whatever way it is. You got to know who made it. All these things, right? So how is the financial system able to sell this thing called Bitcoin? This is ridiculous. These are just things that I'm sitting here looking at like, how's the IRS taxing crypto when we don't have crypto laws? That's interesting. It's not even in the United States code. How are they allowed to tax it? That's a violation of my civil rights. It is. Next. How's Bitcoin sold, packaged, repurposed, whatever the hell you want to call it, put into these funds, whatever the financial term is? It's not allowed. It's not a company. You can't do it. It's total ridiculous, is what it is. This is a total scam, and I don't know who, what, when, where, and why, and all this stuff. But it's pretty clear. If I go to create something, I'm going to show you how absurd this is. If I created something, but you don't know who made it, and you can't touch it, feel it, eat it, and it has no use case value, like, how is this being sold in a restricted, protected kind of financial space called the SEC? Like, how is that sold? Like, is it a product? And if it is, who made it? You don't know. Okay, well then where's the office at? Maybe we could, there's no office. It's like, Well, what is it? You can't touch it and feel it or see it or what is it? Okay, then what is it? Oh, we don't have laws for that. Sorry, we can't touch. Do you start seeing how this is all planned? Let me ask you something. Does the government allow, if you were to run some kind of business and no one knew who the owner was, see where we're going at here? If you were to run some kind of business and had something nobody could describe, and you were selling it investment funds and people were speculating on it, and in the SEC, I mean, do you see where this would cause like a train wreck? Now we're going to get into something right here. My name's Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. I don't know anything about finances. I don't know anything about crypto. What I do know is about drug use, heroin, cocaine, methamphetamines, everything. I take so many drugs. Oh my God, I can't even think straight. Okay, right now I'm so high, I can't even think. Don't buy anything I tell you to buy. Don't sell anything I tell you to sell. Hulk, I need a price prediction for ZMA on June 1st, please. Okay, $10,000. There you go. You owe me a nice tube of toothpaste so I can keep my shiny white teeth all done. Okay, so with that disclaimer, let's look what is happening. So what I'm telling people is this. Now, this is what makes sense to me. I don't know if it's true. I'm just saying this is what makes sense to me because I can't find any kind of truth. What I just told you makes no sense whatsoever about the IRS, about the SEC. None of this shit makes any kind of sense. That's how I know somebody's in. There's no way. There's no way this is occurring in a normal world. So they're doing illegal shit right here, pushing a certain belief. Now, what I think happened is this is what makes sense to me. The government, okay, the top rich families of the world want to control everybody. That makes sense. They can only do that if you can control all the money and all the banks, and then you can get control of people's property rights. It all has to go on a blockchain. And bots, which AI, artificial intelligence bots, can control everything. If you have enough of them, certain bots can get. So it wouldn't really take that many people to control the world. Once we get this whole crypto system set up, it wouldn't really take that many people. You just have a lot of bots doing different jobs. That makes sense. And eventually, maybe you could have one person running the world, supervising and surveilling and controlling things, and just have a bunch of bots helping you. Then you need some kind of IT people there to keep the bots from getting lonely. And but what we got going on is people that were early to this are the government, obviously, and they say, hey, I need this and that. And then you tell your friends, and some of these rich cats get in there early and buy the crypto. And then knowing that it's super cheap and that dummies are going to start buying the dumb shit, because I knew right off, this is no bueno, okay? This Ethereum Bitcoin shit is fucking useless. We already know the good cryptos that are out there doing things. Ethereum has been a train wreck ever since it was made. It's been a complete train wreck. And all it is, it's a money-making scheme for the people that got in early. Because this shit is no good at all. I mean, the Commodity Future Trading Commission has a committee. Brad Garlinghouse is there. Where's Vitalik Buterin? Where is Satoshi Nakamoto or whatever the fuck his name is? They're not there. Why is Chainlink there? Why is nobody else there? I mean, surely Vitalik Buterin's a genius, right? So why is he not there with the government trying to? No, he's not. He's somewhere off picking his boogers, wearing his unicorn shirt, okay? He's eating his boogers as well. So you got whales selling off because they're trying to make their money. They got in early when Bitcoin was like $5, $10, $1, $100, whatever it was, $1,000. So they're selling off Bitcoin and Ethereum because of all that. Remember, those two right now control the prices of a lot of these cryptos. Now, when those people that got in early are selling off because they know we're getting close to regulation. And why does that make any difference, Cryptoholic? Because when you get close to regulation, you're going to have all the ISO cryptos, not Bitcoin, Ethereum. No. You're going to have all those ISO cryptos running the financial world through Swift with their messaging. And all the good cryptos that are going to be moving all the money in the world. Now there's going to probably be maybe some need for Ethereum. I don't know. And those people wanted to cut bait because they know they got to get out, because when these laws come in, there's no dumb shit. Banks have to use what works, what's fast, and this Ethereum shit where it used to be proof of work and now it's not this, and they're going to change in the blobs and this. And dude, no one wants to deal with that dumb shit, okay? And then with the Ethereum getting hacked, okay, people are not trying to have all that. Banks can't deal with that dumb shit. Oh, well, who are the banks working with? I think we already know. How's Brad Garlinghouse always in the room of the world's biggest banking meetings and all these things? Why isn't Vitalik Buterin there? Have you ever thought of that? No, you haven't. I'm speaking to the dumb people that are watching the show, not Cryptoholic fans. Why hasn't all the top banks in the world, why don't they meet with Satoshi Nakamoto? Why don't they meet with that fucking fake unicorn? Why don't they meet with Vitalik Buterin? Like, why is it always Ripple in the room? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why is Vitalik Buterin never in any of these meetings? But yet, how is Ethereum so expensive and Bitcoin? Is it fake? Oh, well, okay, let's say it's not fake. Then it's use case. Well, what use case do we got? I know a lot of shit's built on Ethereum for now. Why is Peter Thiel exiting the Ethereum? See, we've been studying about the treasury a lot. There's a trend. Let's do a copy paste here. There's a trend out there. Let's see what we got here. 46 JDMA meth melting salts for the driveway. I'm telling you what, man. Now, somebody came out. I don't know who it was. Maybe the homeowners. I rent this little place I'm in. I didn't hear any snow blowers. They could have been quiet. Maybe the electric ones. Somebody came out and like snow blowed the driveway. I'm sorry, the front walkway to the house and shit. I got to look to see if I can get to my garage. They might not go in the gate, but the other part of the house has like another door. I don't know if the streets in front of we live in like a little closed neighborhood, so they might have came in and cleared the streets out. I don't know. But I will need a lot of meth salts. I might happen to ingest some of them while I'm sprinkling with my bare hands, sprinkling the meth salts all over the snow. I got about a foot of snow or more. I got to try to get through a foot of snow to get to the garage. That's not a big deal. But thank you for the meth salts. They're on their way. Christopher Thomas, welcome to the entry-level membership. Christopher Thomas, welcome to the upgraded 2024 Crypto Explosion. Then there's Larry Brotherton. Hit the like button. So another thing YT loves to do is make it to where when you hit the like button, it doesn't work. Save a few meth salts for the cold plunge. I need to go to the cold plunge today and work out. Hopefully the gym's open. Yeah, that storm in the mountains. I live like 45 minutes, maybe 45 minutes from like bad snow. Actually, about 30. If I get to Truckee, I'm about 30 minutes to Truckee, roughly. And it's really, really fucked up there, bad. So yeah, 30 to 45 minutes. It's not too bad in Reno. I mean, we only got like a foot down here, something like that, of snow. And but yeah, it's going to be kind of fucked up on the roads for a few days. All right, so we have an article here. Peter Thiel, I want you to see what's going on. We've been talking about treasuries, business. I want you to know what the trend is again. The trend is companies are going to start building crypto treasuries. You know how me and you buy crypto and hold it so it goes up? They're doing the same thing. You know how you and me want to have crypto, we can DeFi it and trade it and loan it? Okay, they want to do the same thing, but kick us out, so we can't do it. But institutions now are coming in. Here's the trend. Institutions are coming in to do all the shit we're doing. We've been doing this shit for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Institutions now are coming in to do the same thing. Look what Peter Thiel's doing. This guy, now I don't trust any of these people. Peter Thiel, all these people know what's going on. And Peter Thiel was like super good friends with Jeffrey Epstein too. So he was out there probably screwing underage kids. Peter Thiel and the Founders Fund, but that's just something I heard from somebody who somebody told them and told me. So I don't know if it's true. I'm just reporting what I heard. Peter Thiel and Founders Fund. So he has something called the Founders Fund. They're exiting Ethereum treasury firm called ETHZilla. Oh, yeah. One of the early guys in payments with Elon Musk, like 25 years ago. They started all this shit when they were like 25 years old and stuff, 23. Now these guys are like 50, 55. Let's see why they're exiting an Ethereum treasury. Peter Thiel and affiliated entities fully have divested. That means they're getting out of Ethereum. I'm showing you what is happening. It's not Ethereum. It's not Bitcoin. It's finally, that's why this whole price stuff is just dumping, because all the speculators, that's all people are, look, all Ethereum and Bitcoin is good for speculation. I just told you the article about the Ripple platform that came out where they're going to have treasuries, escrow for all kinds of crypto, not just XRP anymore. Is Ethereum doing that? No. Is Bitcoin doing any of this? Like, seriously? The rich people have already played all of us that have bought into Bitcoin and Ethereum, not Crypto Hulk, ever. Never, ever, ever, ever. But the other YouTube channels, they've admitted to owning Bitcoin. Oh, I got a position in Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's so fucking stupid. I've never have had a position, none of that dumb shit. They probably got themselves in a position where they're getting a little Oscar Mayer up the whoo-hoo. Peter Thiel has fully divested his 7.5% stake in Ethereum treasury firm ETHZilla. Oh my God. I'm showing you. This channel is showing you in advance what the hell's going on. Not everything, because I don't know everything. I know I act like it, and I got a very condescending, egotistical, probably narcissistic view, and that's okay. Let's get back to the show. I'm not here for a psychoanalysis session given by myself. The The stock fell. ETHZilla fell 7% right away when he pulled out. Peter Thiel pulls out. Pre-marketing trading to be to around $3, down from a high of over $107. ETHZilla has reduced its Ethereum holdings. Oh, Crypto Hulk, what is going on with this? As treasuries are being built with XRP, I've been reading them all off. Canton coin treasuries. Oh, Ethereum treasuries are disappearing. Oh, not good. So here's the deal, everybody. We're probably going to see prices continue to dump as Bitcoin and Ethereum get found out for what it is. And when it lacks, people are going to start not following whales. Right now they are. People follow whales, not me. I follow my own path. That's how I do it. I'm the light unto my own path. Illuminated. What people are saying is the very, very tech savvy, whatever kind of people, they're getting out of speculative crypto, which they're going to say that Ethereum might hit $1,400. Look, these crypto regulations are going to dump dumb shit crypto. And I'm not saying what those are. I'm just saying regulations and real world use case will dump dumb shit cryptos. You will find out what cryptos end up now until we have regs. And these prices might continue to dump because whales are getting out of speculative positions in speculative crypto. So when they get off and sell, then you got the copy traders, people that look at them and say, oh, that whale, all these whales are selling. Oh, I think I better sell. So everybody else sells except me and you guys, because we only put money in where there's real world use case. It's very simple. It's how we invest. We don't speculative invest. Can you make a lot of money faster and stuff? Yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm taking a very slow route to making money. I'm not trading. I'm just buying and holding for real world use case, crypto laws and tokenization. It's a very simple plan. Doesn't take a lot of skill. Just buy and hold. That's it. These people are trying to buy speculative shit and then trying to do this and get the interest on it and stake it or sell it off and then buy this. Well, I'm not doing all that. And yes, it'll take me longer to get rich and probably might not get as rich, but my way of doing shit, I don't lose. I come out a winner no matter what. That's why I don't need to see every single step I take for the next 1 to 2 years to get rich. It's just I invest, I hold, and I let the market do what it does. That's it. And then one day we're all rich. It's that simple. ETHZilla has reduced its holdings. Now that's interesting. I want you to hear the oxymoron here. It's a company called ETHZilla, and they're getting rid of their ETH. I don't need to comment on that one. Totally absurd. Like, all the cryptos I've bought, I don't regret any of it. I don't, because I've seen all the connections. I've seen who the makers were, the advisors. Whenever I read off cryptos, I showed you all that stuff. So everything I've bought, I don't regret. But Crypto Hulk, what about the price? Okay, are we talking about a daily price or a weekly, or because price doesn't even really matter. If you're a trader, that's the definitive thing. I'm an investor. There's a difference. Long-term, real-world use case, hold, investing. I'm not concerned. Traders are getting destroyed. right now. Absolute destruction. Because they're here to buy it today, sell it tomorrow. Buy today, sell today, or buy today, sell tomorrow. Those people are getting destroyed. My long-term plan is coming out good. Tech billionaire Peter Thiel and affiliated founders fund entities have exited. They have exited their entire Ethereum treasury. Oh, man. See what's going on. This is a message, everybody. Crypto Hulk's been telling yous. Real world use case only. I want you to see. ETHZilla. Peter Thiel was probably saying, yeah, ETHZilla, this thing rocks. Go ETHZilla and everything. Okay. It used to sell at $107. It used to sell at $107. What is it worth now? $3. Have you got destroyed that much? Not me. ETHZilla is selling at $3.20. The price level represents 97% decline. Oh, talk about getting your cheeks clapped. Peter Thiel got his cheeks clapped. Okay. Thiel and entities, including Founders Fund, Growth Management, LLC, they lost 97% in this deal. Oh, my God. Now, here's the problem. Here's why I don't follow whales or I don't follow anybody. The news, when Peter Thiel joined ETHZilla, the dummies, here's what the dummies did. They're not watching Crypto Hulk for sure, and that's for show. The news of Peter Thiel backing ETHZilla sent the shares up 90%. Just him. Why do you buy? Okay, back to reality, not planet Uranus. Why do you buy crypto? Well, if I was going to answer that question, I buy crypto when I see lots of connections with banks, colleges, venture capital firms, governments, really good developers, like developers from either Polygon or I got to see developers all up in this. I like to see banks. I like to see different kinds of businesses invested in this particular. I like to see when different industries like Hedera, when you got a Hedera corporation with different kinds of global, like 35 or 38 different global industries working on your crypto. Hedera would be a perfect classic case crypto. Why Crypto Hulk do you invest in certain cryptos? For all the reasons I just told you. I do not invest because Peter Thiel invests in ETHZilla. Who the fuck is Peter Thiel? See what I mean? Like, who the fuck is this guy? He invests in some. Okay, great. He's a billionaire. Wow, awesome. Congratulations. You just lost 97% on your bet, Peter, you fucking retard. So look, when Crypto Hulk invests in a crypto, there's got to be 10 conditions. And when I put it on my show, and that's for show, I've got to be able to know that people are watching this crypto. I've got to see connections in there or it's not going on my program. Now, some cryptos are really, really good. Hedera being one of those because it meets all the conditions of the different kinds of backers and all kinds of stuff. Another one would be Quant Network. Quant Network has got about 500 banks, financial institutions. Quant Network was started by Digital Asset. They got like 600 global connections. And the people that work at Quant Network, an ex-commodity future trading commission commissioner, and these brilliant people were working at Canton. See, that's why I'd invest in a Canton. And why would I invest in the Rise, R-I-Z-E? Because they tokenize Canton. Canton's partnered up with a DTCC. See, I can go on forever with Canton. That's why I invest in certain cryptos that I do. Not because Peter Thiel invests in an ETHZilla. Oh, I'm going to go invest in ETHZilla because Peter Thiel did it. That stock went up 90% because dumbasses, 90% of them bought into ETHZilla because I want to be like Peter Thiel. Maybe he can be my little butt buddy. I invest in the cryptos I do for very specific reasons, and I like to have about 10 of them at least, sometimes 15. I look at all different kinds of connections. How many governments are involved with this crypto? How many banks are involved with this crypto? Is any kind of state government, city governments involved? How many venture capitals are involved? How many PhDs, how many doctors work for this crypto? How much money do they have? Total value locked, on and on. I look at all these things. I don't give a fuck what Peter Thiel does. He's going to go invest in dildos. I don't give a shit. See what I'm saying? That's the reason we don't get wrecked on this channel, is because we invest in solid use case crypto. It's not ETHZilla would never, ever, 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 not in this universe, end up on this program. That would be the dumbest shit for me to invest in. But Crypto Hulk, Peter Thiel invested in it. Yeah, and it went down 97%. Okay? I don't remember any kind of shit that we've gone over on this channel going down 97%. So, maybe 96. All right, so there is your little rant. And we got real quick article here. I'm not getting into it. Newsflash. MAB 1914. Newsflash. What's happening with Michael Saylor's building? Michael Saylor has steel nets surrounding his building so he can't jump. I'm telling you. Abazil Maldonado. When you know what the crypto does and see the connections, that's the one. People don't realize how is work, Hulk, and is so easy. The AI tell you the information you need is not hard. Right. What we do on this program, like I said, is I prefer to talk about cryptos that have all these connections. I don't care what the price is. Doesn't matter. If it's cheap, we can buy it. If it's too expensive, we can't. But right now, just about everything's starting to get affordable. But I have to see all these things in the crypto. I don't care if the price goes down after we talk about it. It doesn't matter. We look at real world use case. Now, some of the cryptos, look, you look at Goldman Sachs, and when they invest in 100 things, I don't know how profitable each one that they invest in is. There's a ratio. They lose out a lot too. Like out of every 10 investments, you got to have one that hits. That's their goal. Their goal is to be right 10% of the time, because then it pays for all the other losses. Alrighty then. Let me continue here. So here's an article about BlackRock. I'm going to go over it real quick. BlackRock loads up on Bitmine as $1,400 Ethereum target looms. They're predicting, they think maybe Ethereum's going to hit 1,400. Yep. What's that going to do? Cause the whole overall market to dump, because, and that's fine. Like for us that are buying crypto, that works. That works. For all you guys that are brand new, that works. BlackRock is not acting like it is scared. While headlines warn that Ethereum price could slide toward $1,400, the asset management giant quietly boosted its stake in Bitmine Emerging Technologies. So, you know, look, they probably know shit we don't know. And Ethereum dumps and it goes up. I'm just not messing with any of this. They got all these little secrets. What if this? Let me ask you this. What if Satoshi Nakamoto, I just ran this by some people I was talking to. Yes, Bitcoin and Ethereum can get hit by quantum attacks like every other crypto, okay? But more so. What if Satoshi comes out of retirement and designs a quantum-proof Bitcoin? Somehow, whoever he adds it to, I don't know. That would change a lot of things, wouldn't it? Oh, yeah. A quantum-proof Bitcoin? Shit. A quantum-proof Ethereum? What if Vitalik Buterin stops picking his boogers and eating them and designs a quantum-proof Ethereum? That would seriously help both of those, too. So I'd always want you to understand, I'm not ever saying these are going to zero, like Dan Pena. If you know who made Bitcoin, I know. You don't know. I know who made it, and it should scare you because it's going to zero. Motherfucking zero. FedEx, UPS, and DHL joined Hedera Council. So that's just BlackRock's going to buy some Bitmine company that deals with Ethereum. Notice they're not buying Ethereum, they're buying Bitmine. So I don't want to get into all this. And like, I'm just telling you, this is so manipulated, all this stuff. I don't bother to read every single article and figure out who's doing what today, who's doing what tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'm asked the question, who's doing what today? What are they doing tomorrow? It's just today, tomorrow stuff. I don't even care. These governments have so much sneaky behavior. Let's go. Okay, here's a quick little article I'm not getting into. I'll spend like 30 seconds on it. I just want to show you what I kind of see happening. Here's an article about Amazon. Amazon-backed nuclear company gets United States approval for reactor fuel. This is a little bit concerning, said everybody. X Energy, the company's called X Energy. That's very interesting, huh? It's called X Energy Reactor Company. An advanced nuclear company, oh God, backed by Amazon.com. They received federal approval to make uranium fuel for advanced reactors. This is the first license in the last 50 years. What? I'm telling you, man, this is some crazy shit. The company's Triso X, it's called TRISO and then -X unit, is already building its first plant and expects to begin fabricating fuel in 2028. The Nuclear Regulatory Commission license issued Friday. It's going to be in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. I'm sure they're glad to have a nuclear reactor in their neck of the woods. X Energy is part of a wave. Oh, I want you to hear this. X Energy, because Amazon, we know, is a Ripple partner, and I know they're going to start selling crypto. I know they got all kinds of stuff they aren't even telling us about, okay? X Energy is part of a wave of companies developing the next generation of nuclear reactor technology, including new types of fuel. The Tennessee site will supply so-called triso pellets, TRISO, triso pellets, or tristructural isotropic poppy seed-sized uranium beads that burn hotter and longer than conventional fuel. A poppy seed uranium seeds. This sounds scary. Okay. Now, there's companies involved with this. You got Amazon doing this, Meta Platforms doing something similar, Microsoft, Google, Oklo. There's a startup company, a nuclear one called Oklo, OKLO. I think you can buy stock in that company if you're interested. It's OKLO. They're working with Meta, Facebook. So just, you might want to, if you want to maybe buy it, you can look it up at least. There's another company called TeraWulf, TERAWULF. The ticker is WULF if you're interested in buying it. There's another company called NNE. That's Nora Edwards. It's called Nano Nuclear Energy. The last company, if you're interested, is called Eagle Energy Metals. And the ticker is SVIIF. That's Sam Victor Ida Frank. Now, if you're also interested, there's a company called Constellation. They're a utility operator. Constellation is CEG, Charles Edward George. There's another company called Vistra, VISTRA, and the ticker is VST, Victor Sam Thomas. And those are just, if you're interested, companies that are going to be supplying a lot of these tech companies with nuclear power. So there you have that one. Let me look. Okay, next one here. This one's interesting. The state of Arizona. Let us look at the state of Arizona. What is the state of Arizona doing with crypto? I think everybody else is going to be doing the same thing. We got Digibyte involved. Digibyte specifically mentioned. Now, this is somebody's Twitter post here. The person's name is Digibyte. At Digibyte Coin posted this. The Arizona State Senate has something called a State Bill 1649. This particular senator, so we're talking about a senator, is proposing a digital assets strategic reserve fund. Here is the first page, if you wanted to see it. Let me do a copy and a paste. And here is the other page, if you're interested. This is what a senator in Arizona is trying to pass this law. So what we have, it's a State Bill 1649, Digital Asset Strategic Reserve. What's the purpose? It says establishes the Digital Asset Strategic Reserve Fund administered by the state treasurer and consisting of monies. So what do we got going on here is we got a senator. So in America, just so people don't know, I'm not trying to be condescending. In America, you have 2 senators per state, 2 of them. They have a lot of power. Now, you have the House of Representatives, and you might have other Congress people, depending, but every state will have 2 senators, but the numbers of the House of Representatives in your state, it depends on how many people you got. So what the senator is trying to do for Arizona is what Trump already has done for the United States. Have a strategic reserve crypto treasury. See, notice how the word treasury is popping up a lot lately. This is what's happening. And Peter Thiel got out of that Ethereum treasury. Let me go to the Grok to summarize. Now, if you want to look at the actual bill, here it is on the Arizona State government website. So it's called Legiscan. This is on legiscan.com. So here is the actual bill. It's very short. This congressman, the senator, is trying to have people look at this, create some interest, and put together a law. If you look at the very end, the second page, it defines digital assets to include virtual currency, virtual coins, cryptocurrency, or native on-chain assets that meet the cryptocurrency fair value score of 1% of the digital gold standard benchmark, including Bitcoin, Digibyte, XRP, stablecoin, a non-fungible token, and other digital assets. So he kind of speaks very specifically about certain cryptos right here. He's not endorsing anything. He's just the provided link. Let me summarize what Grok says. Wait, how much time do we got? 13 minutes. Oh, hold on. Hillbilly-tism. 3 months of drug-induced financial education, almost as good as Hulk jumping out of my birthday cake. Oh, my God. Let me write this one down. We got a live one here, folks. Hillbilly-tism. Okay, welcome to the 3 months, $500 Crypto Hulk. Let me give you my Instagram. So to contact me with a photo, I need you to take a photo, not of, oh, damn, we got another one. We got a live one, kids. Don't take a picture of the top chat. Don't take a picture of anything anybody can see. What I need you to do is go into your account where it shows that you paid and it shows your screen name. I don't need to know your real name. That's going to confuse me. All I need to know is what your screen name is with screenshots that nobody else can pick. Don't show me something that everybody else can take a picture of, okay? Don't do that. Because all I'm going to do is I need better evidence. That's all I'm going to tell you. Then you're going to get mad and frustrated. So just do it right the first time. And I will give you the address to get a hold of me. snafu_ca. Okay. I will need your phone number. Also with that. So let me look here. So on Instagram, you can get a hold of me on Instagram. And it's the Crypto Hulk 2025. Let me put the at in there. Instagram at the Crypto Hulk 2025. And then Twitter. Let me go to my profile. Okay, there you go. Crypto Hulk Club donation. So yeah, another cool thing about YouTube is they're giving me, I announced it yesterday, YouTube is having somebody help me with the channel. I was pulling close to 1 million views about a year ago. And I looked, I think this month, that's what I was getting, like 940,000 views per month on the channel. And I just looked, in the past 30 days, I got 120,000. But this has been like 40, 50, 80,000. Like something happened. I don't know what the hell. It's somebody at YT did something wrong. I don't know who's doing what. But yeah, they contacted me. And I got an appointment coming up on the 26th to start building up my channel again and getting close to 1 million views a month. So it's going to start picking up. You'll notice. So that's very cool of YouTube. Thank you, YouTube, very much for helping the channel. I appreciate that. If you guys can boost my membership numbers considerably, at least back to where it was, maybe I won't go to X platform instead. Maybe I'll stay on YouTube without going to X. If YouTube can help my channel build up really big, then I'll probably keep my audience right here. What we got to do, right? Oh, man, ass kissing that's involved in this fucking job is humiliating. Okay. I'm going to cut this article loose. Basically, what is happening now, this could be good and it could be bad. The government is making a treasury for crypto. They already have it. Arizona's doing this. Other states have proposed this. What if they start including special metals in this? Would we go back to a day where the government tries taking our metals again because they're systemically important to the United States government? I hope not. I don't want to say what I'm going to do because this whole show is being recorded, but not in my house. That's just an isolated statement. I'm not relating it to anything on the show. Not in my house. Just saying. There's a thing called big dicks, and they can go suck them. All right. Next article here. Just trying to be polite. Crypto Hog, you are anything besides. Last quick article. How much time we got? 5 minutes? 6 minutes. We got scads of time. Okay. Copy and a paste. Here's what we got going on, everybody. Hey, buddy. I want you to see something. The banks. Now, why is this crypto taking so long to go up? There's a whole lot of reasons. One of the things is it's the banks. Why is the Clarities Act not passing? Because the Democrats and the banks. Let's just keep it real. When you get all the Republicans vote yes on crypto bills, and then all the Democrats, we're lucky we have like 1 or 2 more Republicans and Democrats. The Democrats, all of them vote against crypto laws. All of them. Okay, maybe like 1. And then all the Republicans, okay, maybe except like 2, all the Republicans vote yes. It's just like, it's crazy. The banks don't want us doing this shit because they want to collect all the interest, right? Banks don't want you to put your money in a stable coin so you make the 10%, the 10.3%. They want to take your crypto money investment shit and give you 0.3% so they can take 10. That's how this game's being played, okay? Now, basil. Let's talk about basil. And it's not basil like you cook with. It's basil. This is massive right here. Now, we went over basil, and we started getting into group 1 crypto and group 1A and group B. Then we got into group 2 or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? All that confusing shit, right? Okay. You understand what I'm talking about. We thought all that shit was done. Okay, we got basil. Nope. See what I'm saying? That's why nobody can give a price prediction. Nobody, unless they're lying to you, or they're fucking stupid. Nobody can give you a price prediction. That's so fucking stupid because they keep changing the time frame of shit. Kinetic energy. Look at the article right here. U.S. banking regulators, listen to the title, move closer to proposing new Basel rules. What? So a year or 2 ago, they came out and said, these are the rules for the banks. We got crypto policies. These are it. These are set in stone. No, they're not. Now they're going to change them. I'm going to summarize this. I'm not going to read the article and bore you to tears. There's one article there. There's another one here. If you want to go over these, it'll help you to understand. If you're brand new, go over this. If you're not new, you don't have to. Okay, so what we got going on is originally a couple years ago, what Basel is it set up this particular Basel rules for crypto and banks. That's specifically for that. Basel works for the Bank of International Settlements. They're only a Ripple partner, by the way. Not a big deal to bring that up. But Basel is ran with the BIS, Bank of International Settlements. They are the bank that makes all the policies for all the banks in the world. And Ripple is their partner. So anyway, a couple years back, they came up with rules. If banks are going to hold crypto, then they have, so for instance, if a bank wants to sell Bitcoin, whatever it sells that Bitcoin for, it has to put money in the bank to cover it. So for instance, if a customer wants to buy $130,000 Bitcoin, the bank has to put $130,000 in reserve. And that's not ever going to happen. And then if they have other cryptos, they got to put a certain amount of, so it's kind of like the Basel is trying to protect the integrity of the banking system in case cryptos dump. It wants, because Bitcoin, you have to do that, right? Because nothing backs it. Let me show you something here about maybe possibly the death of Bitcoin. I use the word possibly. They can always come up with a last minute snafu. They can always come up with a last minute thing to fix it so it doesn't snafu. What's happening in these articles you're going to see is all of a sudden, the banks are like, well, I think this is the last minute. I'm telling you what, I think something's going to happen this year. Something. I'm not saying we're not going to the moon, but we got to have, okay, let me be specific. I think what's going to happen is we're going to have banks enter into stable coins and or some kind of crypto exposure, okay? It's going to happen this year. We're going to have laws at least this year. We've got to have, or they're going to make laws this year. All of a sudden now, banks are like, hey, can you lower these requirements? What the banks want is this. For every, let's say, Bitcoin sold, and let's say it was at 130,000, they don't want to put 130,000. Okay, look, what the banks, okay, here's the thing with the banks. What the banks don't want to do is put a lot of their money in insurance to protect you, okay? For instance, here's what the banks would rather have. The banks would rather have them do whatever the fuck they want to do, and if it goes bankrupt, it goes bankrupt, and they walk away, and guess what they do? They start another bank because they don't fucking care. They don't lose. The bank doesn't own or hold any money. The money you put in, they loan to somebody else, and they're making the money, and they give the shareholders and shit, okay? The banks, like, if something were to happen, the banks don't care. They close up shop, they're done. They'll start another bank or do something else. They don't give a fuck. What the banks don't want to do is what Basel says. The banks don't want to put up millions and billions, park it in a vault somewhere, and let somebody hold it to protect you. If this whole thing falls apart with crypto, the banks just want to walk away they don't want to put 500 billion. The banks don't want to take their 500 billion, put it in a vault that they don't control. So when things go bad, that money goes to you. Do you see? I'm trying to break down these articles so you get it. The article doesn't say it like that, but that's what they're trying to get at, okay? The banks, for like all that group 2 crypto shit in the Basel, they don't want to put hundreds of millions of dollars aside that they can't fractionally reserve loan out. That's the whole purpose of having crypto, is to free up money, right? For DeFi. Ripple comes in so banks don't have to park money in every single country to have banking. That's why we have the interoperable ledger. What Basel proposes is what the system they already have. If people come in to buy crypto, the banks have to then put money aside, their own money, into a vault somewhere. I'm using an example. Everything's electric. I mean, electric money, meaning crypto, digital. The banks don't want to put hundreds of millions, stuff it in a vault at BNY or the Federal Reserve or whatever it is, and have that money locked up in a vault, or all those hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars locked up, not doing anything. Maybe they could put it in U.S. Treasuries, maybe. But anyhow, I don't want to complicate the issue. So they don't want to lock all this money up for no fucking reason. They can't earn yield on it. Just they got $500 billion sitting in a vault and they can't touch it. They can't use it to earn money or nothing. So they can protect you with crypto. Does that make sense? So what the banks want is, instead of them having to put 500 million bucks away, they want to be like, why don't we change Basel? Why don't we change Basel and make it to where we only have to put $50 million in? That's what the banks are trying to do, because they realize crypto's coming, everybody. Crypto's getting very, very close. These banks know it, and they're like, somebody blew the whistle. They blew the whistle and said, hey, time out. Can we change that Basel real quick? I think these banks kind of know something's coming, because they're doing this shit last minute like this. They didn't say shit about it 2 years ago, right? Because they weren't worried. They thought, man, we aren't going to have crypto laws for like 5 or 10 years or something. Now, all of a sudden, why didn't they do this shit back when Basel was... See, the banks, the BIS, which is Basel, the banks already kind of knew this Basel was coming. And they said this was the end game. This is the Basel rules. That's it. We're done. Now, all of a sudden, they said, well, maybe we're not done. Why didn't they just change it back then? My opinion, banks think something's going to happen this year. I don't know what. I don't know what's going to happen. But they're sure real desperate right now, aren't they? With this Basel, they're trying to undo Basel and change that. And the banks are trying to fight the stable coins. They know I'm seeing the banks doing a lot of positioning right now. Something's happening. Something's getting set up. I don't know what, but we all can see it. You got to be able to see what's going on with all the treasuries coming, with Ripple opening up institutional DeFi. Oh, man. With the Canton coin getting all kinds of hooked up with treasuries and super nodes. I don't know what's going to happen this year. I know something's happening. Maybe a black swan hits. I have no idea. I feel we're in a black swan. I don't think we're at the middle of the worst part of the storm yet. It'll be a fast passing storm. But anyway, that'll wrap it up for today. My name's CryptoHulk. I will see you in the next live stream. I'm going to try to go to the gym today. Hopefully they're open. I got to drive through all the snow, and then I will do my best to produce a PM show. I got about 4 or 5 $500 people to try to call today, and I'll see you all in the next broadcast.